And pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and the assembled devotees. This is Revati from Atlanta, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Revati Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining us and giving us your most valuable association on the call today. Welcome to the conference call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining us and giving us your most valuable association today. Welcome.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilachana Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Ramya from Sharjah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining us and giving us your most valuable association today. Welcome to the conference call. Anyone else would like to introduce themselves today on the call?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dadvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Neetu Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Welcome to the conference call, Mataji. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to
first of all, you call me, okay?
I can keep this chair like so. Oh, okay.
Anyone else
Yes.
would like to introduce themselves on the call today?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shyama Gauri Devi Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shyama Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you, Shyama Gauri Mataji, for your very warm association today. And thank you for the very beautiful chanting also. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody else who wants to tell their name, introduce themselves, share their feelings about Bhakti Sangha? We'll wait for a few minutes. We'll continue to
Hare
chat.
Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mother.
So I just heard that you were saying to share something about Bhakti Sangha, right?
Yeah.
I think Prabhuji has joined, so you can go ahead, Mataji.
So you want to say something? You can quickly say, then we'll start recording.
No, I just wanted to say that when I started this process of KC, it was this Bhakti Sangha which gave me a platform and lifted me up. So I'm very thankful to this Sangha, Mataji. I just wanted to just say that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. Same here with me too. Okay, I'll start recording. Thank you, Mataji, for participating. Starting recording. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. It's my pleasure and honor to welcome all of you on Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today, we have a very special speaker, everybody's favorite, His Grace Haridas Varya Prabhu, and he'll be speaking on the 18 secrets of the Ramayana, and today's session 13. And I'll read Srila Prabhupada's quote, and then I'll allow you all to unmute quickly to wish Prabhuji. It was his birthday. So, yesterday was his on Teacher's Day. So, we have a very honored teacher on the call. So before that, Srila Prabhupada's quote, 6 September. Even if there are some dead metal utensils, but when they are together, they make so much noise. So what to speak of living utensils? This is natural. But since we are all pledged to work for Krishna, we should follow the principles of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Trinadapi sunichena taror api sakishmena. This is Vaishnavism. So my request is not to be agitated. Let us do our duty honestly. Hare Krishna, this was spoken by His Divine Grace in Vrindavan on September 6, 1975. So before we hand over to
I would take that as Prabhupada saying I am rambling quite a bit, so all of the devotees who are wishing me can bless me so that I can be Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instrument. Hare Krishna.
Not at all, Prabhu. Wish you a very
Krishna conscious
Very
birthday,
happy Krishna conscious birthday,
Happy
Prabhu.
birthday,
Thank you so
Prabhuji.
much for your
Krishna.
association.
Hare Krishna.
Keep giving us your
Happy
association,
birthday.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Wish you a very happy Krishna conscious, Ram conscious birthday.
Ram conscious
Prabhu,
Hare
you have
Krishna.
to choose.
Hare
Is it
Krishna,
Ram
Prabhuji. Happy Krishna conscious
Ram
birthday.
conscious or Krishna conscious?
Prabhu said no difference.
No difference, yes.
Wishing
Maybe
you a
at
very
present it's
happy
Ram
Krishna
conscious, I
conscious
think.
birthday,
Thank you.
Prabhuji.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everybody. The topic is 18 Secrets of Ramayana.
So
When we
Ram
have topic about Srimad Bhagavatam, we'll say Krishna. But otherwise, Ramayate iti Ramaha. That's also Krishna himself. Srila Prabhupada has very wonderfully given. However, we will see today the 18th secret of Ramayana. Oh, yes, Mataji, can I start?
Yeah, over to you, Prabhu. Please take
Okay.
over.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so before I start, first and foremost, once again, thank you so much for such heartfelt wishes. I never feel that I am away from the family of Bhakti Sangha Japa group. So many devotees wishing on your birthday. That's the best and the greatest gift that one can receive, which is to be always in the remembrance of Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis and mothers who have been always so wonderfully showering their nectar prayers to their divine lordships on their altars as well as temples. What else can one ask for when world over devotees are wishing and showing their gratitude? This is something that really, really moves my heart. And I wanted to take this moment to thank each and every one of you who was grateful even to wish. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. So today we are almost on the last session of the 18 secrets. It's been a long journey of more than 12 sessions. We are in the 13th session. Of course, we'll have one more, which is the 14th session, which will be next Friday. But today we'll be completing all the secrets. The 14th session would be mainly to talk about how Srila Prabhupada has given us all these 18 secrets which Ramanujacharya heard and how he has included them in our daily life of ISKCON, and how his books also reveal the same secrets so that we do not feel that these 18 secrets are very much limited to the Sri Sampradaya or to the Sampradaya of Ramanujacharya, and we do not have those because Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he ensured that he picks the best of the tattvas across the 4 sampradayas, and he has given us in his teachings. So that will be the 14th session. But today, before we learn the final secret, the 18th secret, let's pray to all the preceptors, acharyas, spiritual masters, and everyone so that we could understand this glorious, glorious text of Ramayana in its best of its forms, and we can try to imbibe these wonderful tattvas of these 18 secrets into our heart, and we can live those secrets in our daily life. So for that, first, Mangalacharan. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। हरि ओम तत्सत्। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कवितां शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलं। वाल्मीकि मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परमां गतिम्। यः पिबान् रामचरितामृतसागरम् अरुत्थस्थं मुनिं वन्दे प्राचेतसमकल्मषाम्। So this is a very wonderful shloka in which we mention the glories of Valmiki. Kujantam Rama Rameti Maduram Maduraksharam. Kujantam means singing. Singing the glories. Who sings? The nightingale or the kokila bird actually sings from the branch of the tree. And its singing is very, very beautiful and sweet and nectarian. So here, the invocation prayer goes to Valmiki, who is like the nightingale or who is like the kokila bird, who is singing very beautifully, Madhuram Madhura Aksharam. But what is he singing about? He is singing the glories of Lord Ramchandra, and he's singing the name of Rama, 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 Rama. And he's saying this again and again, and he's not saying, he's actually singing. But he is sitting on a branch of a tree. Where is this tree? This tree is none other than the Vedic tree, and one of its branches are Itihasas, and out of that branch is Ramayana. So in Ramayana, he's singing this beautiful poem of Ramayana, and he's the Adi Kavi, and he's singing very beautifully. That name of that bird is Valmiki. So we have this beautiful Valmiki Ramayana with us. And this Valmiki Ramayana was heard many, many times by Ramanujacharya. And Ramanujacharya went to Tirupati and wanted to learn this Itihasa. Veda Vedye Pare Pumsi Jate Dasharatatmaje Veda Pracheta Sadasi Sakshat Ramayana Maha. When the Supreme Lord, who is none other than Lord Ramchandra, when he descended as Lord Ramchandra, as a son of Dasharatha, the Vedas personified also wanted to descend, and they assumed the form of Valmiki's child named as Srimad Ramayana. So Ramayana was heard many, many times by Ramanujacharya from Sri Shailapurna at Tirupati, and Sri Shailapurna was the maternal uncle of Ramanujacharya, and he specifically heard about the 18 different secrets that is embedded in Ramayana. So this was the essence of what we were seeing. And over the course of many, many sessions, over 13 sessions, we have been seeing the various different secrets. You all know that we have divided these secrets into 6 epis. The first 6 talk about the prerequisites of surrender. Why do we talk about surrender? We talk about surrender because Ramayana is also called as dash Shastra. Can anyone tell me what is the Shastra called as? Ramayana is Sharanagati Shastra. Very nice. So Ramayana is also called as Sharanagati Shastra. The Shastra, the Praman, the Mukhya Praman, which talks about Sharanagati, the surrender. Of course, in Sri Sampradaya, this is one of the most important action that a soul or a jivatma or a prapanna is supposed to do, supposed to act. So there is more emphasis on this surrender. Of course, we also surrender to the Lord. It is very important. And the first 6 talks about the prerequisites of surrender. Vidya sarvapi, bahyatyajanam, akila saddharma, adhyatma artaha, artha panchakam, and ragupati paratvam. These 6 form the tenets of prerequisites of surrender. So once a person achieves the prerequisites, he has to surrender. And how does he do that? He does that by prapatti, pumartaha, sheshatvam, paratantriyam, tad avadihi, and agaditvam. And how does he do that? That he surrenders unto the Lord. He keeps the Lord as the ultimate aim. He becomes the servant of the Lord. He is dependent upon the Lord. He tries to become the servant of the servant. And he thinks that there is no other refuge other than the Lord. This is how a person will surrender. And the final 6, which we saw from 13 to 17, and today we will see the 18th one, is Virakti, Gurordrik, Shri Sahyam, Nirbhayatvam, and Suvasati. That we disengage from our worldly affections. We yearn for the vision of the spiritual master. We yearn for the blessings of Shri or Mother Sita. We are fearless and completely dependent upon the Lord, which is Nirbharatvam. And we would like to stay in a dham. So last week, we talked about how staying in a dham will actually give us the benefit. Now, one may ask, why the stay in the dham is so important? Because we are directly under the jurisdiction of the Lord. And we saw how Srila Prabhupada and His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj and many, many other disciples of Srila Prabhupada are creating this oasis in this desert called as the material world. Beautiful temples of Radha and Krishna, Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman, Gaur Nitai, Nrsimhadev, and many more. And the Panchatattva, they are creating these spiritual oases amongst the desert, and they are saving each and every single jiva. So this is Suvasati, staying within the jurisdiction of the temple or the devotee's altar, so that we are always protected by the Lord. So if we have done all of that, then what we come to is the final rahasya, which I would like to share here. And that is called as Tad-Dhyayita. That means, Tad-Dhyayita means what is the remembrance, or what is that one should always be eager to achieve. Or while a person is living his life post Sharanagati, what is that he should be always thinking about? So this is called as Tad Dhyayita. And you can see that it is the 18th Rahasya which we are going to talk about. And you will see it here, the 18th Rahasya. I hope you all can see. This is the 18th. It says Tad Dhyayita. What to keep expecting out of our life? What is that we are supposed to do? So once we are staying in the dham, or staying in the vicinity of the dham, or staying in the vicinity of the devotees who are worshipping the Lord very nicely, what is that we are supposed to do? What is that we should keep expecting? So the Acharyas mention that a devotee of the Lord, Tad-Dhyayita, he should be always eager to achieve or to reach back home, back to Godhead. Now, Srila Prabhupada gave this term very, very nicely. Back home, back to Godhead. First, he mentioned that the place that we are staying is not our real home. Our home is eternal in nature. So we have to go back to our home. So he said, back home. But that home is not ours. It is of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he said, back to Godhead. That is Krishna's, Goloka, Ayodhya, Saket Dham. All these are the spiritual sky, the spiritual dham, which we need to go back to. What will happen in that spiritual dham is something that we will have to constantly meditate upon. What will happen when we meet Krishna face to face is something that every single jiva should be thinking about. How will I worship him? How will I receive him? What will be my words? What will be my exchanges? What will be my prayers? Whom all I would see in the spiritual sky? All that I have heard in the Shastras, how would I see them? Are the words of the Shastras correct? If they are, I will get a very pleasant surprise that, in fact, they are as mentioned in the Shastras. How is Garuda? How is Srimati Radharani? How is Balram? How are the devotees? How is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? All these are something to be meditated upon. While we live our life following these 17 tenets of our life. So if you see, the first 6 are prerequisites, the second 6 are how to surrender, and the third is post Sharnagati. After Sharnagati, how do we live? And we live by constantly meditating and expecting the karuna and the mercy of the Lord will be achieved by us at the end of our life. So this should be very, very eagerly awaited. That day should be eagerly awaited by every single jiva. That when will be that time when I will take Shuddha Naam and I will relish Naam, Roop, Leela of the Lord, and I would like to enter the pastimes of the Lord, or serve the Lord, or serve the devotees of the Lord in the spiritual sky. This is a nice desire to have. Many of them believe that we should not have any desires, but Rupa Goswami did not mention it so. He said, Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. We should have no material desires. Meeting the Supreme Personality of Godhead, rendering service unto Him, and taking part in the pastimes to serve Him, to glorify Him, and to glorify the devotees is not a material desire. It is purely spiritual. But one may ask this question, how should be the mood space, or how should be the manobhav, or how should be the consciousness of the person on for that day, or that particular moment when it will dawn upon the jiva? It is mentioned that the jiva should be like a young girl who right from young age, she is constantly thinking about her wedding day. And we always see and have this experience. We see that women, and they constantly think about their wedding day. And it is natural. It is swabhava. It is nothing wrong. Because that particular day is a very important day for them, where their desires manifest, what they have thought about manifests. And they think about that particular day, how the wedding would be, how the orchids will bloom, how the setting would be, in which dham it would be, who would be my future husband. In this way, every young girl has this dream of the marriage day. And like that, we should be eagerly waiting for the day when we will meet Krishna, when we will see Lord Ramchandra face to face. This is called as Tadhyayita. This is what we should be expecting. This is what we should be thinking about. This is what we should be meditating upon. And this is what is mentioned in the Shastras as well. So in the Shastras, it's very beautifully mentioned that how various different people over the period of time, how have they achieved the Lord? And this is very important for us to understand. And this is given in one of the shlokas by one of the Sri Vaishnava Acharyas. And he mentions about this journey, Tadhyayita. Tadhyayita means what is the journey generally of the jiva? How do they achieve? How do they achieve this spiritual sky? And I would like to show that shloka. And it is a very wonderful shloka. And generally, in the Sri Sampradayas, they say that when a person wakes up, they should utter this shloka. Of course, we have many shlokas to utter, but most probably, this shloka is also something good to learn. So I'm just showing this shloka in front of you. I hope you can see it. Yes, it's coming in front of you. So this is the shloka. The shloka is called as the Paramartha Shloka Dvayam. There are two shlokas. This is the second shloka. And let's just read them. It's a little difficult Sanskrit, but I'll try to read them. Mukto Archideva Purva Pakshadu Duda Amsha Abda Vatam Sumat Glav Vidyut Tavar Varunendra Dhatra Mahitaha Simanta Sindhva Laptaha Shri Vaikuntam Upetya Nitya Majadam Tasmin Parabrahmanaha Sajyujyam Samavapya Nandati Samam Tenaiva Dhyanya Puman. It's a little difficult sloka, but this talks about how the jiva achieves the spiritual sky. And let's just read this shloka. Mukto Archidina Purva Paksha Duda Amsha. Mukto, a person who is attaining liberation or mukti, follows the path of Archi. Archi means light. So Mukto, Archi, and hence the path of light is called as Archirardi Marga, or the path of light. So a person attaining the spiritual sky, he has a spirit soul which is residing in the heart. Hridayeshu Tishtati. And this heart, it is mentioned that it has many, many nerves, nerve centers, in fact. It is said that there are more than 101 nerve centers coming and meeting the heart, because that's where the soul is residing. So biologically, there are many more nerve centers, but 101 are the most important nerve centers. And these nerve centers have different places where they end. So all of these come and reside in the heart. But when the soul wants to attain liberation, it travels through one of these nerve centers. And you might have seen the book, and somebody has to name the book, where a yogi is sitting and the soul escapes from the top of his head. Can anyone tell me the name of the book where Srila Prabhupada's book has this cover? There is a yogi, very frail yogi, sitting down, and the soul escapes from the top of his head.
Astral travel or journey to other planets?
Easy journey to other planets.
Journey, sorry.
Very nice. Very correct. So if you know that particular image, you can see that the soul releases this material body from the top of the head, which is one of the nadi or one of the nerve called as the Murdhanya nadi. So out of this 101, Mukto, when he attains liberation, he travels, the soul travels, the jiva travels, and he attains liberation from the 101st nerve, which is coming out of the head. And how does he go? He follows. There is a pathway, a GPS, Goloka positioning system. There is a proper GPS where it shows the path of light. And Archidina, that is the Archi, that he follows the path of light. And first he goes where? Purva. Purva means the day, the eastern. So he goes to the planet which is of the personality who maintains the day. Then he goes to the planet which is Paksha. So we know Shukla Paksha, Yajur Paksha. So we know the Paksha which is actually there. So he goes to the Paksha, and Purva Paksha and Shukla Paksha, he spends that deity's planet, he spends some time. Then he spends some months, Shadududa Amsha. That means he spends some months in the planet of the Uttarayana. the 6 months of Uttarayana. And then he goes to the planet of Abda. Abda means the planet of the Samvatsara, which takes care of the 1 year. So he goes to the day, he goes to the month, he goes to the 6 months, and he goes to the planet which takes care of the entire year. This is Krodhi Nama Samvatsare. So there are many Samvatsaras. So out of this, there is Krodhi, which is the Samvatsara, which we are in. So the planet of Samvatsara that he goes to, then Vata, he goes to the Loka or the planet of the Vayu. Then he goes to Amshumat, that is the planet of the sun or Surya. Amshumat, Glau, which is the planet of the moon. So he goes to the planet of the sun, he goes to the planet of the moon. Vidyut means none other than lightning. He goes to the planet of lightning. Varuna, which is none other than the planet of Varuna. Indra, he goes to the Swargaloka, Indra. And ultimately, like this, he travels up to Dhatra Mahitaha, which is the Prajapati, which is none other than Brahma, who has created him. But what happens after that? He crosses over the Viraja river and enters into Vaikuntha. Sri Vaikuntham upetya nityamajadam tasmin parabrahmana. There he sees the beautiful Lord sitting on the throne, and he attains the union, or he attains the servantal worship of the Lord, and he is constantly engaged in the service of the Lord. So this is talking about the journey, how to Ramanujacharya, Sri Shaila Purna was mentioning that how a soul actually transmigrates from the material sky to the spiritual sky, and how he has to always meditate upon this journey, that I will go and meet Krishna at the end. Like many, many times in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, this entire journey of Gopakumar is given. And we should read that book again and again to understand what the journey looks like. We don't have to encounter that journey, but we can understand how Gopakumar has traversed across multiple universes and he finally reaches Golok Vrindavan. So this is a beautiful meditation. And these scriptures are given to us to always meditate upon such an activity. But who is our role model from the Ramayana? Who actually follows this? It's none other than Mother Sita herself. Mother Sita, when she got to know from Hanuman that within 1 month, Lord Ramchandra has to come, and she told Hanuman, and from that day, she was tadhaita. She was constantly thinking how Lord Ramchandra will come, how I will meet him, how I will talk about all those things that happened to me, how we will travel together, how we will go back to Ayodhya because the time has finished. The 14 years have gone, and now how the Pattabhisheka of Lord Ramchandra will happen. And she was missing Lord Ramchandra a lot. In Vipralamba Bhav, she was completely enamored and she was completely thinking about the Lord in separation. So many devotees feel that this separation, Vipralamba, is only in Bhagavatam. No, there is in Ramayana as well. Mother Sita is in Vipralamba Bhav. She is actually thinking about Lord Ramchandra in separation. And she's thinking, how can I meet Ramchandra and how can I take or participate with the pastimes of Lord Ramchandra? When will he come to Lanka? When will he vanquish Ravana? And when will he protect me again? So this is a constant thought that is there. And because this Vipralamba is exhibited by Mother Sita, and this is spoken to Hanuman, which is the kanda that we are talking about, where Hanuman speaks to Mother Sita and Mother Sita replies to Hanuman. What is the name of the kanda?
Sundarakanda.
Sundarakanda.
It is also Sundara, not because two devotees are talking about Tushyanticha, Ramanticha. It is also Sundara because this is where Vipralamba is. So this is a hidden secret in itself that Ramayana's Vipralamba Bhav is the most Sundara amongst all the kandas. Rama and Hanuman, Hanuman sees Lord Ramchandra face to face, but when he comes and meets Mother Sita and sees her in Vipralamba Bhav, he feels that she's much, much greater a devotee. And hence, he wants to unite Mother Sita and Ramchandra, but Mother Sita says, let him come, I will wait for him. Tadhaita. She's constantly thinking about like this. In fact, our Sampradaya, and we are just around the corner, and it would be incorrect to speak, or it will be a missed opportunity that if we don't speak about Srimati Radharani, because her day is coming around on 11th of September. So she actually is the epitome of showcasing this rasa. She is the one who is actually showcasing us. And she is telling us the rasa in Vipralamba, how she is separated from Krishna. In Rupa Goswami's one of the greatest poems, he mentions it very beautifully. There is a book written by Rupa Goswami which is called as Hamsa Duta. In this Hamsa Duta, of course, Vedanta Deshika also here wrote Hamsa Sandesham. So Hamsas are swans which are used as messengers because they can very wonderfully exhibit the emotions of the person who is sending the message to their loved or beloved. Nala and Damayanti also we see Hamsas were used to send messages to each other. Lord Ramchandra, when he hears that Mother Sita is alive and he misses her a lot, so he sends this message to a Hamsa to go and tell Mother Sita that I'm coming very soon. So this is Hamsa Sandesham, which is written by Vedanta Deshika. But in our Gaudiya Sampradaya, Rupa Goswami also has written a book called as Sri Hamsa Duta. And in some of the books, it is mixed with the Uddhav Sandesha and Hamsa Duta. These two books are read together. Very wonderful books. So the context is that Lalita is talking to a Hamsa to talk about the plight of Srimati Radharani, who is now separated from Krishna and has not seen Krishna for a long amount of time. And so she's telling the Hamsa, you go and send this message to Krishna. You know what? You go to Dwaraka. In Dwaraka, you will see beautiful palaces, beautiful maidens. But let me tell you, my girlfriend, that is my Srimati Radharani, who is the most beautiful. But don't get enchanted by those queens. Go inside the bedroom. Then the Hamsa asks, how do I know which is the bedroom of Krishna? And Rupa Goswami says, you will be very fortunate to see that bedroom of Krishna. There he will be sleeping, but he'll be constantly taking the name of Radharani. And his walls are not painted with Berger paints, Asian paints. In the paintings of 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam are written on the walls of Krishna's bedroom. So Hamsa, you will get to know that which are those bedrooms where Krishna is residing. All those bedrooms will have beautiful verses of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. But you know what? You should go and tell this message, O Hamsa. You should tell this message that this is coming from Srimati Radharani. And the Hamsa asks, what is that I should talk about? He says, you tell this shloka to none other than the Hamsa. None other than Krishna. And I would like to show the shloka which was passed on to the Hamsa. And because I'm taking a small detour, but I'll connect it back. Because this is where the Hamsa is being spoken to and told that this is what the mind of Srimati Radharani is, or this is what the heart of Srimati Radharani is. This is text 134 in Hamsa Duta. It says, Nirananda Gavaschiram Upashrutat Dushanak Kulai Kharayante Sado Ragutilaka Govardhanattatah Vrad Viradatkam Gosho Vrajati Bhavadiya Pravashanad Idanim Maricha Sputam Iha Narinati Paritaha. So in this shloka she says, Nirananda Gavaschiram. Nir Ananda. My Srimati Radharani, she is not having any pleasure. Gavaschiram Upashrita Dushanak Kulai. And she is having no pleasure, no ananda, because Gavaschiram, that means even the cows for a long time in Vrindavan, they are having absolutely no pleasure. Why? Because they are having no pleasure because you have gone away, Krishna, from Vrindavan. And since you have gone away from Krishna, you have gone away from Vrindavan, what has happened? Dushana Kulai, lot of faults have entered Vrindavan. Upashrita, this is lot of faults have entered Vrindavan. What is the fault? What is the fault in Vrindavan? Parayante sadyo ragutilaka govardhanat tatah. Khara means it has become banjar dharti, like it has become famine. Khara is like salty. It was a sweet nectarian place, but there is now no pleasure, no ananda. So it has become Khara. And Khara is also one of the demons in Ramayana, Khara and Dushana. And here both the names are being taken. That this Govardhana, this beautiful Govardhan, has become like Dushana Kulai Kharayante Sadyo Ragutilaka Govardhana Tata. And this Govardhan hill, which is resplendent with so many different wonderful Padartha, that it worships Krishna in 16 or 24 different ways. But now it has become Khara and it is full of faults. And I'm telling this to you, Krishna, who is Ragutilaka, who is none other than Lord Ramchandra. Then what does he say? Viradatvam gosho vrajati bhavadiya pravashanad. And because you have completely gone away from here, it has become Viradha. And that is also one of the other demons that Lord Ramchandra killed. Viradha means without any happiness. It is complete opposition is happening in Vrindavan. And post your departure, what has happened? Maricha has also come inside. Idani Maricha sputam iha narinat narti paritaha. And this Maricha, this golden deer, constantly dances around here, there, everywhere. So this is what she is sending a message to none other than the beautiful Hamsa. She is saying, in other words, that, O Tilaka Marka of Raghus, now that you have left, the cows are completely tortured by many sufferings. Govardhan hill is completely withered and dried. And because of this, Viradha, Radha will also depart. And then Maricha, death will again dance here and there, everywhere. So this is Vipralamba Bhav. And I just wanted to connect both of them because this is none other than Srimati Radharani's appearance. And we are talking about the 18th secret. So it's just coincidence that we have the pleasure of talking about Srimati Radharani. So this is how she is sending the message to Krishna. But she sees her. In fact, this whole verse from 124 to 134 is beautiful because she compares Krishna with every single Dashavatar and she connects it with Krishna. One should be so expert, and that is Srimati Radharani. So this is the beautiful way of meditating about the Lord. When will that day come? When will Krishna come? When will Lord Ramchandra arrive? When will that day come? When I will get service in the Vaikunta sky, in the spiritual sky, in the Goloka sky. Because once you attain that service is eternal. The Lord is eternal. The pastimes are eternal. The time itself is eternal. There are no sufferings. The pleasure is eternal. Everything in the spiritual sky is supremely eternal. And hence, this is the secret that we should be constantly meditating of when we shall get an opportunity. And Mother Sita was the one who was thinking in this way, that when will I get the opportunity to serve the Lord? When will I see Sita Ram's Pattabhishek? When will I see the coronation of Lord Ramchandra? When will I be able to relish that coronation? This is what she was constantly thinking about. And this thought of Pattabhisheka, everybody should have in their heart. They should think that when will I also get to see the beautiful union or the beautiful coming together of Mother Sita and Lord Ramchandra? When will I get to see that coronation? Vaidehi Sahitam Sura Dhumatale Haime Mahamani Mandape Madhye Pushpakamasane Manimaye Virasane Sustitam. So this is a very wonderful narration of how the coronation happened. And we are talking about coronation because we have reached the 18 secrets. So when we have reached the 18 secrets, it's important for us that post 18, what do we achieve? We talk about that as well. And what do we talk about that? When we talk about that, we talk about how we will achieve the Supreme Lord's blessings and how we will be constantly engaged in his worship in the spiritual sky. For that, a glimpse that we get from Ramayana is through the beautiful coronation ceremony. How is the coronation ceremony? In fact, Shankaracharya mentions about it. Before I talk about this verse, Shankaracharya talks very beautifully about this verse. He says, Maharatna Pite Shubhe Kalpamule Sukhasinam Aditya Koti Prakasham Sada Janaki Lakshmano Bhetavayagam Sri Ramachandram Bajeham Bajeham. Shankaracharya says, I will always constantly remember the Lord. Sri Ramachandram Bajeham Bajeham. I will constantly remember and chant the names of the Lord because Maharatna Pite. He is sitting in a beautiful, wonderful throne which is made by Maharatnas, beautiful lapis lazulis, marakatas, and diamonds, emeralds, rubies, jade. All these are bedecked on that throne. And on that throne, who is sitting? Lord Ramchandra is sitting. Maharatna Pite Shubhe Kalpa Mule. And where is he sitting? He is sitting below the Parijata or the Kalpa Vriksha tree, where the flowers are just falling down. And he is sitting down in how? Sukhasinam. He is sitting very happily in Virasan. Virasan is a posture where his left leg is on the throne and the right leg is down. So one leg up and one leg down. It's a very beautiful pose, Virasanam. Some of the 108 Divyadeshas have the Lord in this way. In this form, he gives the darshan. Sukhasinam Aditya Koti Prakasham. That more than crores and crores of suns, if they emerge together, he is the Raghu Tilaka, he is the prime person in the Raghu dynasty, in the Sun dynasty. And when he appears, it is as if millions and millions of sun are resplendent and effulgent. Aditya Koti Prakasham, Sada Janaki Lakshmano Bhetavagam. On his left side is Mother Janaki. Because in the coronation ceremony, it is always mentioned that the wife should sit on the left-hand side. Generally, she takes the right-hand side, but especially during the coronation ceremony, the wife should sit on the left-hand side. So Janaki Sameta Lakshmano Bhetavagam, even Lakshmana is present there. And such Lord Ramchandra, along with Lakshmana and Janaki, I pay my respectful obeisances again and again. Bajeham, Bajeham. And we should all open our hearts. By following these 18 secrets, one day we shall achieve and see this beautiful scene of coronation. Vaidehi Sahitam Sura Dhrumatale Haime Mahamandape Madhye Pushpakamasane Manimaye Virasane Sustitam. Again, it talks about how Rama is sitting in the Virasana pose with Vaidehi, who is none other than the Janaki, who is none other than Mother Sita, is seated next to him. Suradru Matale, that is, it is decorated with all the flowers and pearls, which are not small, which are very large pearls. Haime Mahamandape, in a large golden hall under the Parijata or under the Kalpa Vriksha. Madhye Pushpamakamasane, and he's sitting in this flowery, bedecked, beautiful throne with all the emeralds and the treasures. Manimaye, they have all the different monies. Virasane Sustitam. He is sitting in the Virasana pose. But what is he doing? What are other people doing? Agre vachayati prabhanjana sute tattvam munibhaya param vyakhyantam bhatadbihi parivratam ramam bhaje shamalam. Agre vachayati. And while he is seated like this, Mother Janaki is seated on the left. Lakshmana is also out there. Where is Hanuman? Our hero of the entire story. Without him, this entire meeting of both of them, the divine couple, could have not happened. Where is he? He said, Agre vachayati prabhanjana sute. Sitting right in front of him is Hanuman, the son of Vayu, is also called as Prabhanjana. And what is he doing? Tattvam Munibhaya Param. He is reading from his books. What is he reading? The new literature which has just been launched by Valmiki, which is none other than Ramayana. So Hanuman in front of Lord Ramchandra, and he's seeing this entire beautiful coronation ceremony. And in the ceremony, what is he reading? He is reading the beautiful Ramayana. This is how dear Ramayana is for Hanuman. And he's trying to keep the mudra as if to say, there are many hidden meanings in this Ramayana I don't understand. Hanuman is saying, Agre vacheti prabhanjana sute tattvam munibhya param. Whom is he talking to? Whom is he reciting this to? All the munis, all the sages. He's saying, you please hear. This is secret number 1. This is secret number 2. The 18 secrets that we are learning, he's talking each secret. But who is explaining that secret? Lord Ramchandra himself. Vyakhyayanam bharataddihi paribratam. Lord Ramchandra himself is giving the meanings, the vyakhyana, the purport, or the translation of those secrets. Ramayana is explaining the significance, explaining the meaning of these 18 secrets. And all the munis, all the sages, and Bharata and Lakshmana, they are entirely relishing this beautiful nectarian katha of Ramayana. Ramam Bhaje Shamalam. To that dark complexioned, greenish hued Lord Ramchandra, I pay my respectful obeisances. Agre vachayati prabhanjana sute tattvam munibhaya param vyakhyantam bharatadbihi parivratam Ramam Bhaje Shamalam. So we learned that this Ramayana and these 18 secrets are the very beautiful tattvas. And this is relished not only by Ramanujacharya and Sri Shaila Purna, it is said that it is worshipped, it is even relished by Hanuman. And he is constantly thinking about this. So that is why wherever Ramayana is spoken, they generally keep one more asana, or they keep one more place of worship, or one more seat. Because wherever Ramayana is going on, it is said that Hanuman is present there and he is constantly listening to the glories of Lord Ramchandra. Anjana Ragunam Veeram Janaki Shokanashanam Kapisha Akshahantaram Vande Lanka Bhayankaram, says Hanuman's glorification. That he is Bhashpamana Paripurna Lochanam. He always has tears in his eyes. He is constantly thinking, how can I glorify Lord Ramchandra? So now Lord Ramchandra is sitting down. We are all hearing the 18. So please open your hearts. Imagine as if the scene is right in front of you. Beautiful bedecked throne. Lord Rama is sitting in the Virasana pose. Janaki is there. Hanuman is reciting Ramayana. All the sages are listening to it. And then comes the 8 principal sages. Vashishto Vamadevascha Jabali Ratak Kashyapaha Katyayano Suyanjascha Gautamo Vijayastata Abhyassinchan Naravyagram Prasena Sugandinaha Shailahena Sahasraksham Vasavo Vasavam Yatha. Valmiki Ramayana's Yuddha Kanda, Sarga 131, verse 61 and 62 mentions this shloka very nicely. It talks about which 8 sages had beautiful, bedecked pots full of sacred rivers in them, and they were walking towards Lord Ramchandra to create or to conduct the coronation ceremony and to provide the sacred waters and do an abhishek of Lord Ramchandra so that this beautiful coronation can take place. And who were those 8 sages? Vashishto. First is Vashishta. Vamadevascha, Vamadeva. Jabali. Anybody remembers Jabali? In our 18 secrets, we talked about Jabali. What was the thing? What was his role? Anybody remembers? Jabali?
He was preaching atheism.
Absolutely right. The person who was appointed by Dasharatha, and Jabali spoke atheism in between just to get Ramchandra back. We saw it in 3rd or 4th session. So Jabali was there. Vashishto, Vamadevascha, Jabali, Artha Kashyapaha. Kashyapa was there, number 4. Katyayano Katyayana was there. Suyanjascha, Suyanya was there. Gautamo Vijayastata. 7th and the 8th is Gautama and Vijay. All these people were there. Vashishta, Vamadeva, Jabali, Kashyapa, Katyayana, Suyagnya, Gautama, and Vijaya. They all performed the coronation of Rama with beautiful, fragrant water. And finally, they took the beautiful crown as if Indra was coronated much better and much beautiful than that. They kept the crown on Lord Rama's head, on his forehead. And it was resplendent, it was beautiful. And everybody was seeing this. So Kamban, he also says that what should we imagine? Tadhyayita. What is that? The 18th secret. What should we should be longing for? He says, Arayanai Anumattanga Angadan Udavailanda Baradan Venkudai Kavikka Iruvaram Kavaripara Virikadal Ulagam Ettum Venne Manasadayan Vanmai Marabulolan Kodukavangi Vasittane Punaindondan Moli. This is pure Tamil, where he says, all these people are seated. Now what did Hanuman do? Hare Baba, beautiful coronation is going on. We just said right now that Hanuman was actually reciting, but when the coronation and the water started flowing, Hanuman stopped reading. Or in fact, he was chanting Ramayana, but he started doing one more action. What did he do? Where did Hanuman go? Arayanai Anumattanga. He says, Hanuman immediately picked up the throne and became the platform. He said that I do not know if the Mother Earth can bear such a wonderful sight. She might start trembling. She might be having goosebumps, but this coronation should happen very nicely. So Hanuman held the throne. He said, nothing should shake. I will hold the throne. You please continue this coronation. So imagine Lord Ramchandra and Janaki sitting on the throne, and suddenly that throne is getting raised up because Hanuman is holding the throne and holding it strong. And then Angada got the cue because now the Vanaras also are there in the coronation ceremony. Then Angada, he was Udaivail, and that means he brought the royal sword. So he's standing with the royal sword. Bharata carried the parasol, the beautiful umbrella, the white parasol. And Shatrughna and Lakshmana, that Bharatan Venkudai Kavikka Iruvarum Kavarippara, both of them, Iruvarum, that means Shatrughna and Lakshmana, they were giving the chamara. And sometimes Vibhishana would say, can you please give it to me also? I will also like to do chamara. So in some shlokas, you will see Vibhishana also doing the chamara. Because we all know when we do chamara, after sometimes our hands pain, so we give it to somebody else. So many people were coming and doing chamara when the coronation ceremony was happening. So Shatrughna, Lakshmana, Vibhishana were offering chamara to the Lord. Virikadal Ulagam Ettum Venne Manasarayin Vanmai. That the great sage Vashishta, he was pouring, and the 8 sages, they were pouring sacred waters in their pots, in their auspicious pots, one over the other. And Lord Ramchandra was completely getting coronated. And then finally, the diadem, the crown of Raghu Tilaka, the beautiful crown of the Raghu dynasty, the entire ancestral diadem was presented on the forehead of none other than Lord Ramchandra. This coronation, Mother Sita was Dhyayita. She was thinking, when will I achieve? When will I see this? When will I get to see? And there was one personality who was constantly thinking, I should also get this beautiful opportunity of witnessing this great coronation. But nobody was giving her the ticket. Nobody was allowing her. But she also had this thought that I should be seeing this coronation. With her heart changed. Who am I talking about? Who is the one person who did not get a ticket?
Shurkara?
Who?
Kaikai.
Kaikai? No, Kaikai is there. Front seat. She's taking
Manthara.
Mantra. Very nice. So Mantra said, I would also want to see the coronation. I want to see. Then everybody was like, no, you are not supposed to come here. Again, you will create some problem. So one great poet, In the Sri Sampradaya, he wrote a very nice shloka. Raghupater Abhisheka Mahotsave. That Raghupati, the Lord Ramchandra's Abhisheka Mahotsave, which is the coronation. Vachana Sanihita Griha Kotare. They said, Mantra, you come here. If you stand amongst two people, you will start talking, and another 14 years, Rama has to go to the forest. So we are not going to allow you amongst the public. You are a very troublemonger person. She said, no, my heart has changed. I said that, and Kaikeyi, you have given Kaikeyi front seat. I am the servant of Kaikeyi, so I should be there. She doesn't want to see you. We are not going to allow you inside that entire ceremony. This is VIP area, and you are very irritating person. So we are not allowing you. She said, no, but I want to see the coronation. So she is also doing that dhyaita. She wants to see the coronation. So the Ayodhyavasis said, Griha Kotare, we will give you the glass box. So they took her to a glass box, says the poet. He says there was a beautiful glass box, VIP darshan. You know, nowadays in big stadiums, you see glass boxes. They get the eagle eye view. And what they are talking, you will be never able to hear. But they are able to hear all the stadium songs and the fans and the festivities and everything. So she was put in the first glass box which was ever created. And maybe all our spectacles are following that. Vachana sanihita griha kotare bahirupetu na hitya abhirakshita. She is completely protected and given a safe place where her words cannot be heard outside, but she can hear everything which is coming from the golden hall and from the coronation ceremony. Pura Anjana Akhila Raipi Mantara. So Mantara also got a chance to witness this beautiful coronation. So Mantara saw this coronation. Everybody is thinking about this coronation, and everybody is thinking about the Rama Pattabhisheka. But the poet says, none of the people who were there in the assembly of this coronation was able to enjoy the coronation. Now you might be thinking, why? Such a beautiful sight. All the personalities are present there. And what is the reason that they were not able to enjoy? Because he says that everybody were having tears in their eyes. Their eyes welled up. It was fully with nectarian, this sight which they wanted to see for so many years. Where Rama is getting coronated, Mother Sita is together, all the brothers are together, all the Vanaras are there, Hanuman is holding the throne, and Vashishta is putting the crown. They wanted to see this for so many years. Now it is in front of their eyes, but their eyes are getting welled up and it is all blurry because there is lots and lots and lots of tears. So the poet is saying, nobody was able to witness the coronation properly, but they witnessed it through their eyes. What does this mean? And he said that the coronation ceremony was happening at the center stage where Lord Ramchandra and Mother Sita was seated. And this was happening right in the center. And everybody was going to see. But this is just one single coronation which is happening. This is the only one single coronation which is happening at the center of the stage. But Lord Ramchandra wanted many, many coronations to happen. So everybody was seeing Lord Ramchandra and Mother Sita in their eyes. They were situated in the royal throne of their eyes, which is bedecked with so many loving tears, which are like the flowers. And these tears are like the Abhisheka water. And they are worshipping and doing the Abhisheka of Lord Ramchandra in their very eyes. So one person is doing it twice. Not he is witnessing, as well as he is doing the Abhisheka twice by crying with tears. Nayana Ananda Uta Aravinararartam Raghupater Vandanam Bujadarshanam Tadapi Chakshushi Sarva Jane Sthitam Sambhavat Sutara Rama Abhisheka Chitam. In the beautiful Manju Ramayana, this is written in 100 and more than 52 or 134 shlokas. He has mentioned more than that actually. He has mentioned about these beautiful realizations of this poet, and where he says every single personality who was out there, he was looking forward, tadhyayita. He was looking forward for that day. He was looking forward for that moment when he would see the coronation of Lord Ramchandra, when he would see the coronation of Mother Sita. And like that, we should spend our time, we should spend our life after Sharanagati, after surrender, that one day we will meet our Lord. One day we will cry looking at the beautiful pastimes of the Lord. And one day we'll meet our Lord who is always eager to meet us. This should be our thought constantly when we are actually trying to reach back home, back to Godhead. And this is what Srila Prabhupada gave, that cry for Krishna, constantly to cry for Krishna. In his oldness, Jayapatak Swami Maharaj, he mentions it very nice. If you cannot cry, try to cry, to cry, to cry for Krishna. And he mentions that again and again. This is the goal of life, to cry, to see Krishna, to cry, to see Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman. And that should be our constant thought. Tadhyayitava. So it's very fortunate that we could hear all the 18 secrets without any break over many sessions. But it is also important for us to take a recap of all these 18 and also see how Srila Prabhupada in our daily life has sprinkled these 18 secrets. That if we just follow Prabhupada's movement, if we just follow Prabhupada's schedule, we will be very, very wonderfully following these 18 secrets, surrendering unto the Lord, and going towards back home, back to Godhead in a very, very easy way. And that's the glory of Srila Prabhupada. And it also enables us to give us the highest of the rasas, which is Vipralamba as well. Srila Prabhupada has laid it down for everyone out there. So grateful to Ramanujacharya to go and give us these secrets. So easy of Srila Prabhupada to lay it down for all of us. So this is the 18 secrets that we learned. And we will take a recap of this in next week. And we'll see how Srila Prabhupada has sprinkled it throughout our lifetime. For that, please do attend the next final session of these 18 secrets of Ramayana from Valmiki Ramayana. Thank you so much for joining today. Mangalam Kosalendraya Magniya Gunaptane Chakravarti Tanujnaya Sarvagomaya Mangalam Srimate Raghuviraya Sedulladisindave Dhritarashtrajaya Radhiraya Mangalam Asadhyam Navren Divyam Abhishaktaya Sithaya Rajadi Rajadi Raja Ramabhadraya Mangalam. Thank you very, very much. Let there be Mangala, let there be Shubha, as the Lord of all the Lords, Lord Ramchandra, is being coronated. Yadatra skalitam kinchit vidhvam satpureyantu tat yadatra saushtubam kinchit tat gurur evame nahi. If there are any mistakes, there will be definitely mistakes in my rendition, in my chanting of shlokas, and many others. You are all panditas. Please correct them. Those mistakes are truly mine. However, if you found anything that was relishable, those glories go to none other than my spiritual master, all the preceptors, and all the acharyas, and to Srila Prabhupada. None of them are truly mine. Thank you very, very much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Ramayana ki jai, 18 secrets of Ramayana ki jai. If there are any questions, comments, clarifications, feedbacks, we can address the same. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so
Hare
much
Krishna.
for another
Thank you.
beautiful class. Very interesting. Very, very interesting about how it is so important to continuously think about the Lord, and the example of Mother Sita meditating on the final Pattabhisheka. Very, very beautiful. Prabhu, I had two questions. My first question is directly related to the class. So when you were telling the final story of the Pattabhishekam, and you mentioned that mantra was not allowed, and she had to sit in that. So is that from one of the poetries that were composed? Or?
Yes, it is. It is in. It's written by a poet of the Acharya in Sri Sampradaya. His name is Villur. We spoke
Villur
about
Swami.
this Villur Swami,
Yeah.
and it is in his verse number. In his there is a poem that he has worked, which is called Manju Ramayana, and in that the shloka number 4.49.
Okay, very
So
nice. Thank you, Prabhu. That was kind of a new revelation. Yes. Very nice.
And in the same one, in 451, he talks about how the Abhisheka happened in all the beautiful eyes of all the devotees. They were doing 451 and 449 in Manju Ramayana.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And the second question is not directly related to the class, but since this point came up, I've always had this doubt and I've never found an answer. So I just thought I'll ask you. So when you were speaking about Sita Devi sitting to the left, and generally we see that the consort of the Lord is always to the left, my question is, why is it in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya always the consort Lakshmi is to the right? And even the Sri Vaishnava marriages, everywhere, they're always to the right, they never go to the left. This is the only culture that doesn't have the consort to the left. Why is it so?
So here in the coronation ceremony, they keep it as left. As per the Agama Shastras, they also, as per the coronation, Rajasuya, Yajnas, and many others, they keep Mother Sita on the left for the coronation ceremony. For everything else, they keep it on the right. I do not know. Maybe I can find out how the Shastras or the marriage rituals are. Generally, they say Vama Bhage, which is left. And but for many other things, they generally request Mother Sita to be on towards the right. Not sure if it is because right hand is very prominent. So she is executing the right hand to bring all the jivas to Krishna. So maybe it's a symbolic way, but I will have to find the Shastric Praman for the same. But this I have heard that for coronation and others, it's requested that she sits on the left.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, somehow even in the temples also, especially if it is run by the Sri Vaishnava authorities, for some reason, always Lakshmi is to the right.
Right.
And the Amsha of Bhumi, who's either Satyabhama or, for example, they're all to the left. So why Lakshmi gets the right? That was, where I was very. But at the same time, when we talk about sitting on the lap, even in the Sri Vaishnava tradition, the wife is on the left of the lap, not on the right, because right belongs to the daughter. So left is for the wife. Only that part they choose left. But for the rest, why they choose right, I have no idea. But do let me know, Prabhu, once you find out.
It's also based on the Virasana posture, like how say Sukhasina, we talked about it today. Virasana posture is the left leg is up.
Up. So the wife sits on the left lap. Yeah.
Yes. So there is a placement. And then he holds her with his left hand, and then he gives the right hand as the Abhay Hasta. So from that, and that's why we also pay obeisances, right to left. She can also give her blessings. He can also give his blessings from the right hand. So all those come together, but I can find more pramanas.
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes, anybody else? I think there are many more.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Tanvat Pranam, Mataji.
Excellent session, Prabhu. And I think so. This is one of my favorite secret. It was so wonderful. And the way you were narrating, even I was envisioning the entire coronations of Lord Ram and Sita Devi. Yes. So, Prabhuji, I have one question regarding.
Yes.
Of course, this left and right also I had this question, but you already said that you will get back to us, because normally when our Hindu marriages, if we see the wife is towards the left. And my question was that when you were narrating about the secret, so this secret was envisioned by Mother Sita in Ashok Vatika.
No, this secret was, this is the secret that one should always remember, do. And this was done and personified and shown to us as an example by Mother Sita.
But did Valmiki mention about this entire coronation happened the same way, the way she envisioned?
No. This coronation, what I mentioned was how the coronation happened. But she was looking forward to the coronation. For example, we all look forward for the day when we'll go back home, back to Godhead. How that day will happen and how it will enact in front of our eyes, that we will have to see when it happens. But we can always meditate. I'll do this. I'll render service. I'll see Srila Prabhupada. I'll see our spiritual masters. I'll see all the devotees of ISKCON whom I've served with. They are all serving in this way. Like this, we can meditate upon. and we can be thinking about what all activities can we do once we go back home, back to Godhead. However, the real how it will happen, that is being how it happened, was narrated by Valmiki. So she did not see all this coronation there. She meditated. She constantly had this dhyaita. See that Rama will come, coronation will happen, and we will go like this. All those. She did not know Vibhishan at that time. She did not know Angada. She did not meet all those personalities.
That's what my question was.
Yeah.
And even as sadhakas, when we are told or when we do such kind of meditation, like I'll just say that, isn't it should be shastric, like unnecessary speculating and letting our minds go wild, and such kind of meditation is also not recommended, right?
Correct. So that is why this is the 18th one, which is the final ultimate destination post surrender, and one who lives constantly in that post surrender mood. And if you see, the 13th one has defied all material virakti. That means he has left behind all material attachments. So this is the very highest stage of Vipralamba that we are talking about. So for a sadhaka, it's not that the 18th secret is easily achievable. So we'll have to reach there. And the point that you're mentioning, Mataji, that's also true, that when we remember the Lord, or when we remember his dham, we take the abhaya, we take the protection of the Shastras only, because the Shastras tell us how the beautiful world is, how this beautiful Vaikuntha planets are, or how Golok Vrindavan is. So we get to hear from the Shastras. So that becomes our inspiration for us to meditate upon. It is not our speculative. But then, how Krishna plays with us, that is up to each individual jiva's realization. Otherwise, these poets will not be thinking like this unless they get these inspirations. But again, they are at a very high stage. As a sadhaka, we should take inspirations from the Shastras, and we can meditate in line with the Shastras.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank you, Prabhu, for all your efforts, for all your wonderful classes, for your association, for your presence. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Praladanandana Prabhu.
Dandot Pranam Prabhuji. Excellent course today, and all this course is really enlightening. And this is 18th secret. You said it reminds me of Alvar Kulsekhar's Mukundmala Sutra. He says, Sri Vallabheti Vardeti
Daya Pareti Bhakta Priyati
Natheti Nagsayaneti Jagan Nivashyat. And then he says, Alapanam Pratipadam Kurume Mukund. So to reach this, if we can, follow in his footsteps and pray to Lord Sri Krishna, Sri Prabhupada in Parampara, that, Alapanam Pratipadam, at every step, please remind me like that. So this was really good, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for revealing so many secrets to us of Rama. And Lord Rama is very dear to all of us who are raised in India because of Hanumanji, Thank you very much again, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Praladana Prabhu, for your kind wishes and blessings. Thank you very much. Anybody else? I think there's one more hand raised. Okay. I think there are no more questions. I think a lot of people are asking for more series, and I will leave that to Priti Vilasini Mataji and Kirtida Mataji to decide. There are some topics which are on top of my mind. We can definitely discuss. I have some topics. Somebody said Mahabharata. Somebody said.
Maybe you can send Prabhu the list to me and Preeti Mataji.
We would love to. We would love to.
There was another request that had come yesterday, or day before yesterday, asking for the stories of the 12 Alvars, one Alvar a day. So if that is also on your list, please add it to the list, and then we can.
Definitely. I was more thinking of the month of Margai to prepare for the month of Margashish in December, post Kartik. So that was also the 30 beautiful hymns of Andal, which is one of the Alvars, the 12th Alvar. That's one of the topics. Yaksha Prashna, because somebody wanted Mahabharata, the 125 questions of Yaksha is a great learning which is one of the primordial things. So there are many which I'll send it over, whatever the devotees would like, or we could take a poll and then we could go ahead.
Sure, Prabhu, will do.
Sure. Thank you.
Also, Prabhuji, do you have on your list the 1,000 verses by Vedanta Deshika on the lotus?
Padukas.
Padukas of Lord Lotus feet.
Definitely. I do not know if those many sessions are allowed.
Of course, Prabhu, come on. If we can do Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, then these are just 1,000 verses.
Definitely. Those are also there, ma'am.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. I'm
Yes.
a very greedy person. I would love all of them.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Mataji. So we will circle back after I talk to the hosts and the organizers, and we can suitably put a title. Of course, Hari Anant, Hari Katha Anant. So there is a lot of stories of Krishna and a lot of learnings that we need to learn, and we all can learn together. Yes, Vinita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I just wanted to say you thank you. Thank you for the beautiful classes always. And I'm really grateful for your classes, Prabhuji, especially Rama classes. I really like it. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Back to you, Preeti Milasri Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So already people are sending requests. I was looking at the messages. Anyway, you do send your list to Prabhu and then we can ask everyone and shortlist. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhu. So another question, since you'll be finishing next week, then the week after itself, you're ready for the new series? You're muted.
Maybe we'll take a week's break and then we'll come back because I'll have
Sure.
to just organize the lectures. Yes.
Definitely. Okay, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, dear devotees. We can end the call here. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha krapa sindhubhye Patidhanam Vaishnavebhyo namo namo Anandakoti Vaishnavaranda ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. More glories to all the assembled devotees on the call. His Grace Haridas Varya Prabhuji ki
Jai
jai.
Srila Prabhupada.
Hey, Jay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank
We are
you.
eagerly waiting for your class.
Yeah,
Thank you,
and
Mataji.
lot
Hare
of
Krishna.
chat messages, Prabhu. Not sure if you got a minute to catch that up.
All
Catch
glory
up.
to Prabhupada. Thank you so much for
Okay.
the kind
Thank you
words.
so
Oh,
much,
thank you.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. And
Hare
again,
Krishna.
wish you a very, very happy Rama conscious birthday.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Wish you a very happy Chaitanya conscious birthday.
Yes.
And our Nitai conscious.
Nitai
Okay,
is our Hare Krishna.